live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
I'm Stephanie Fitzpatrick, aka the Advantage Coach.
And this is episode 127 of the Field to the Real podcast.
Why did we switch roles? How do I remember now? You were the one that was keeping up with it. Now I'm the one that's like, yeah, that's right.
Well, my days have been so long and sleep doesn't befall him.
Right. It's deprivation. It's sleep deprivation. We're going to say that. Okay.
And so I'm thinking back and I'm like, was last week episode 125?
It was 126.
And then at the last minute, I was like, no, it was 126. And so all of this is going on in my head as I'm talking.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
We're here. Nonetheless,
we're here.
Whatever the episode, we're here with you all.
Yes. Well, episode 127, we appreciate you guys for joining us. And we are going to dive right into our Who's Really Right. And this one is a special one because we very rarely, if ever, have had a Who's Really Right about baseball.
Not about baseball. No.
And this is a good one because most of, when we talk about the MLB awards and the award recipients, we talk about stuff like the Cy Young Awards.
Right.
We talk about Golden Gloves. We talk about the MVPs. And so right now, the AL MVP race is up in the air.
Right.
Now, we say that it's up in the air, but this year, the front runner all season, and if you guys can remember, Stephen A. Smith, who always puts his foot in his mouth, had said something about Shohei Ohtani, the Angels player, who had some words about the face of baseball needing to be an American player and not someone who needs a interpreter.
Stephen A.
Huh?
I'm up here fussing at Stephen A. for saying that. Excuse me, sir. As much as we've endured, anyway. Go ahead.
Right. And so he's been the front runner all season because he has really had an MVP caliber season. Well, who's coming on late is the Toronto Blue Jays player, Vladimir Guerrero. And, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Lord.
Yes.
And I was just about to talk about his dad because his dad was a pretty good player. I remember him playing for a good minute for the Texas Rangers, but he also had a stint with the Washington Nationals,
of course.
DC or nothing.
Yes.
And I just remember back then, I used to work at those games in 2005, and I just remember him being like a young kid back then because the players would bring their kids to the game on Sundays to run the bases because they let all the kids in the and so I just remember seeing him, and it's funny to see him have this like type of success. And the first person that you mentioned when I had said something about that was Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
And we got on this whole path, which we'll talk about sometime
the
in the future.
Mannings and the Watts and
We just like to see all of these like families who have this like, robust athletic tradition.
Like that legacy, that lineage.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our Who's Really Right is, who do we think is going to win the award, the AL MVP, the American League Most Valuable Player?
Yep.
Who you got, Steph?
I gotta go with my boy Shohei
Ohtani.
I got whatever that last part. Shohei. Yes, I have to go with Shohei, and I say that because I don't remember. As far as baseball goes, like I don't remember facts the way I do with like football or basketball. But I don't remember us having a two-way player who was this talented, like for real. Like they might be, okay, on offense. You don't get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
like they would be okay one way, but really good the other way. Well, this dude is just really good both ways.
True. Well, we've had some, you know, but he probably takes the cake. Like even if we want to talk about, I feel like guys who are recent, like Mike Trout. I feel like Mike Trout is in that same vein of player who he's like very good on both sides.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's something about this kid, though. I don't know.
And even if we want to go back a little farther, Ichiro Suzuki, he was playing with the Mariners.
That's right.
He was a very good two-way player.
Two-way player.
This guy Shohei Ohtani is something special.
He is. It's just I'm like every time you see anything, any highlight, I'm like floored. Like this kid is the truth. Like for real. I like it. Yeah. And I love and you know, the BIPOC part don't hurt like for me.
The who?
The BIPOC part. Being that he's a person of color.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because that's not, let's be clear, baseball is not the place where you see a lot of people. I mean, well, there are, but there aren't. Like baseball is probably the most white professional sport that we have. Yeah. Yeah, because not even soccer.
Well, hockey maybe.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
And the only reason I would
hockey is much worse, actually. You're right.
I would probably say hockey just not because there are a lot more foreign-born players in
they're European
baseball. Well, no, hockey, European definitely, but with baseball, you got more, you know, Caribbean players from you know, whether it be Cuba.
They still people of color. Yes.
Right. And they're still people of color, but hockey is just it's hockey.
Yeah. Hockey is hockey. And I didn't mean to say worse, but it definitely is.
And in fairness to you in that analysis and you saying worse, when we think about saying worse as in diversity. They have a worse looking diversity. Yeah. You know.
That's what I meant. That's the part I meant. Like, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew that's what you meant. You know, I knew you didn't mean it like that.
No, but no, it is. It's the least diverse of all the sports. Tennis is even diverse in comparison to hockey. So interesting. So he is my pick. Shohei is my pick. Whatever. He's my pick.
Well, so there's only two choices, and so you guys know. Right. I'm going with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yeah. And this streak that he's on, or this hot streak that he's on over the last month and a half or so, is impressive. Very. And it's not to take anything away from Shohei Ohtani, but it's very impressive. And I think that if he continues this all the way through, I'm not sure where Toronto's ranked as far as playoffs. I didn't see them up high. He may not go to the playoffs, but we know that the LA Angels are going to go to the playoffs.
Right.
So that might be the deciding factor, but that doesn't always come into play.
I was going to say that's not like that's not a criteria for being the MVP. So I mean, you know, it'll be cool. The thing about it is how quickly we forget, right? Like Ohtani has been doing this all season.
That's true.
This is just kind of the last, but this is how we operate in America, right? That like it's the immediate gratification. It's right in front of us. So he could steal, but I feel like if we talking about who deserves it,
Shohei Ohtani. Okay.
Yep.
I am with you on that. The sustained greatness is something that kind of has to be looked at.
Absolutely.
But I think that this hot streak that Vlad Guerrero Jr. is on, it has to be awarded with something. Yeah. No, I mean, would I like to see him win? Absolutely. Yeah. But you know, it's a toss up as far as my personal opinion, personal thoughts on it. Like whether one wins or not, I'll be okay with either one winning. But I just, I don't think it's
just my opinion, don't think it's fair that somebody has done well all season, and then because somebody else comes along at the last minute and they blowing it up at the end, that you just forget that this person is done, because now it's almost that desensitization of the, oh, well, we expect that from him. It's the Tom Brady, LeBron James kind of thing, right? Like, oh, well, we don't expect anything less than, we don't look, we're not giving y'all all your hoopla about what you do, because this is just the level at which we expect you to play.
Yep. Yeah. Nah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I do feel that.
Mm-hmm. So
I will.
Y'all let us know.
Let us know who you think is really right. If you think Shohei Ohtani is going to win, you are squarely on the side of Steph. If you think that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to win, then you are on my side. And yeah, let us know who's really right.
Yeah. And thank you. Lucky y'all, you don't have to say it. Either one of those names.
Right. You would just put Stephanie or Jarrett.
Just Stephanie or Jarrett. You don't even have to put those names.
All right.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.